What happened when I cut out sugar from my diet for 60 days? Watch this video to find out some surprising results and how cutting sugar will simplify your life. Welcome to my channel. If you're feeling overwhelmed and tired and would like tips about simple and healthy living, then you have come to the right place. So, I don't eat a lot of sugar. At least that's what I thought. I try to eat healthy and I know that sugar can cause a lot of problems, and as I'm getting older and trying to stay as healthy as possible, I'm looking for natural ways to maintain and improve my health. Also, sugar can increase inflammation and provoke autoimmune thyroid flare-ups in my Hashimoto's condition. So, with the encouragement from my husband, I cut out most of my sugar intake for 60 days to start. But before I share the results, I think it's important that I define the sugar that I cut out. The main sugar that causes most of our health problems is fructose, which is a simple sugar. I don't want to get into the science of this here. There are plenty of other resources that get into that. Just know that sugar, especially fructose, is found in so many of our foods, such as soda, fruit juice, honey, dried fruit, fruits, sweetened yogurt, and most desserts such as cakes, pies, and ice cream. So basically all the yummy stuff. So what did we cut out in our 2 months of almost no sugar? I cut out everything except fruit and honey. I don't eat much of the dessert items, but the items in my diet that I had the hardest time cutting out were all fruit juices and sweetened yogurt. We also read every food label and were shocked to find the amounts of sugar in so many foods that we were eating, such as spaghetti sauce and instant oatmeal. We tried to keep our sugar intake to about 25 to 30 grams or less a day, or about 6 teaspoons, which was quite challenging. According to the American Heart Association, American adults consume an average of 17 teaspoons or about 70 grams per day, or about 60 pounds of sugar in a year. That's like eating 6 10-pound bowling balls worth of sugar. With the fruit and honey, I reduced my intake. For example, one of my favorite fruits is tangerines, and I was having about 3 a day, so I cut that down to 1 every other day. Instead, my main source of fruit became berries because those don't spike your sugar levels as much. As for honey, I put about half a teaspoon of honey in my tea about 3 times a week instead of a whole teaspoon 2 times a day. In this process, I discovered some teas that taste great without sweeteners. Okay, so now that I've defined what I cut out, what benefits did I notice? Here's 5 benefits that I experienced. One thing I noticed is that my ability to focus while working on tasks improved, and that my mental fog that often occurred in the afternoon got better so that I felt more productive. Second, I found myself snacking less in between meals because I felt less hungry, and maybe that's contributing to my increased productivity in the afternoon. I actually felt less hungry in general. Third, maybe this is due to less snacking also, but one of my favorite benefits is that my belly fat decreased. I think I noticed that about a month after I cut sugar, but I just noticed that my pant tops didn't feel as tight and my belly was flatter, which was fantastic. Another result that I love is this next one, and I'm going to have to get a bit more personal, but I was pleasantly surprised about this benefit. So I have a pretty small bladder, and my urge to go to the restroom is frequent throughout the day. So the 4th benefit I noticed happened about a month into reducing sugar, which is that I didn't need to go to the bathroom as often, and when I felt the urge to go, it wasn't as strong as before. From research, I learned that by cutting sugar, our kidneys don't need to work as hard to eliminate the substance. And the best part of this is that I didn't need to wake up as often to go to the bathroom. I used to wake up 2 to 3 times a week to go, but about a month into cutting sugar, I got up about 2 to 3 times the whole month. So that was a pleasant surprise and probably too much information, but I had to share. Anyway, moving on. The 5th benefit, which resulted from the previous one, is better sleep quality. Because I wasn't getting up to go to the bathroom, I was sleeping through the night more consistently and my sleep quality improved. And the benefits of having good quality sleep helps with other aspects of our health and daily routines, such as having more energy the next day. So I will add improved sleep to the benefits of eliminating sugar. And overall, I just feel better. Now, I know everyone is different and my results from cutting sugar will be different from others, including yourself. But looking at research on the effects of sugar, the results that I experienced after cutting sugar make sense. Have you tried to cut sugar? What have you experienced? Please let us know in the comments below. If this video has motivated or helped you, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for future content. So now, after the 60 days, I'm still keeping my sugar intake low. I might have a little bit more on occasion, but I like the benefits so much that I'm sticking to eliminating sugar as much as possible. And honestly, I don't really miss the sugary foods, especially all the processed items. I don't even miss all the fruit I used to have, since I still have some, just not as much. And it's become a habit to check all the food labels. I'm not anti-sugar. I know there are some benefits to the natural sugars we find in certain foods, but when I realized how much sugar I was having each day and how much hidden sugars there are in our foods, I want to be vigilant about my intake so that I can continue the benefits that I listed. So, how does reducing sugar simplify my life? I think of this diet change as a way to simplify my life for my present and future self. Having good health is important to keep my life simple and uncomplicated now and in the future. There's a quote from Edward Stanley that says, "Those who have no time for healthy eating will sooner or later have to find a time for illness." When we have any issues with our health, it takes time, energy, and money to get better. I'd rather give up sugar and processed foods now than to take medicine and go through treatments later to treat the symptoms of poor diet and lifestyle choices. I have seen so many people, including close family members, who are struggling with their health, such as diabetes, heart disease, and kidney problems, which have been a result of food choices. I could rant about the role of the food industry, drug companies, and even the medical field for our food choices, but this is not that place. Although I will never forget what one of the nurses who was taking care of my dad in the hospital said that prompted me to really want to make this video. I asked her why they didn't eliminate or reduce the sugar intake in the patients' diets if they knew how bad this substance was. And she told me, "We don't restrict foods that help our patients be happy because we know there's a pill that they can take to solve any resulting issues." That response made me think. So instead of eliminating the substance that may be causing the problem, you're going to add on a drug to counter the effects of too much sugar while adding on potentially dangerous side effects? What do you think about the nurse's statement? And are you ready to learn strategies to help you reduce sugar in your diet? Then please watch this video next. Remember to stay healthy and live simply.